Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name's Mitch.
My name is Shane.
And you're watching Clark's Homestead Adventures. It was an adventure this week. Okie Homesteading Expo. If you weren't there, you missed out on a really great time with really great friends. So, we can sit here and talk about it. Let's just show you what we did. Buckle up, hang on, because this was for sure a heck of a ride. Hey everybody, it's that day. We're headed to Pryor, Oklahoma. Okie Homesteading Expo. We can't wait. We got 2 full days of it. Me and James are going to be going to a hog butchering class or Friday. Saturday's the main expo with all the other fun stuff we get to do. So it's time to go to the Okie Homesteading Expo. We'll see you there.
Oh, where are we at right now?
We are just outside of Daisy in Stringtown, Oklahoma. We're on the turnpike up in the mountains. Well, pretty much mountains.
Well, if we can get a view, you'll clearly see. It's just...
We're about 26 miles from McAllister.
It's just we've been enjoying the view and we're doing time-lapsing. I'm surprised they had those radio towers up on this mountain. And I just see something. Do you see that?
Yep.
It says Jesus over there.
Yep, big cross. Video that when we go by.
Well, it won't get rendered in too good, but it's just that's beautiful. Well, we're at McDonald's to eat food. We're starving. Well, why? We're 15 minutes away. Here's the bathroom. Nothing too fancy, but it's okay. Sliding. Nothing we need to worry about. I got 2 beds. This is my room. TV ain't working. Snack drawer. Opening in this. I always need some. Dang it! Oh, we got.
James, what are you doing in the hotel room?
Jumping on the bed.
Why are you jumping on the bed?
Because I'm adopted. I've been waiting so long and he's talking. I don't know why. Why? I've been waiting for probably 30 minutes by now, sitting in this hotel without food.
This is Andy, and we are Andy Farm, and we're going to hopefully show you guys how we break down a hog. It's important to know before we even get started, though, that this hog was not skinned. That's really important to us for lots of reasons, culinarily, and we will address them. But butchering a skinned hog is a very different experience. And some of the things that I would say about that now, even before we get started with anything, is the skin on this pig it's food, and it can be consumed and made delicious in many forms. Also, there's a lot on this animal: its head, its tail, its feet, the skin, the organs, often things you wouldn't necessarily get back if you took it to a processor. But if you raise this pig, then you paid for all those things just as much as you paid for the chops and the bacon and the sausage. So we really advocate people to learn how to turn as much of this pig as they can into yummy food. And that's a lot of what's going to be driving the decisions that we're making today during butchering. So we'll get there. Other than that, also about foodstuffs, as it pertains to bacon specifically. Tomorrow is a dedicated talk about those things. So I know lots of people have questions about curing, and while we're willing to answer them today, that is what our purpose is tomorrow in one fully comprehensive speech to let you know everything that we know about curing and smoking and the difference between dry aging and hot smoking, cold smoking, all of the things that you want to know about. We know that you want to know them. We will teach them as much as we know how to do. We will share all of it. That will be tomorrow. Otherwise, all questions are welcome. If you have questions about what happened yesterday, that's okay. We're here to make sure that your questions are answered. So this is a little unique for us as far as context is concerned. Usually Andy and I are both with knife in hand and butchering, often teaching other people, and then we put the knife in their hand. For this occasion, we would rather slow things down and stretch things out and have one of us with a knife and then one of us providing commentary, so that I can be explaining what Andy is doing and why. Otherwise, we will very easily get lost in our own jobs if we are both cutting, and then you guys will be watching us, probably bored. We're about the breaks. Yeah. I said about the 45-minute breaks, right?
You did it.
Okay, it's fine. So this was a blue butt pig, and it is not what you would consider a lardy pig. It has some amount of fat on it. As far as a carcass is concerned, it's almost ideal for fresh cut pork. The industry standard for what you call pink pig is like 3/8 of an inch of back fat on the back. But with a heritage hog, of which there are dozens today that you can get your hands on, that you can get anywhere between an inch and 4 inches of back fat. That's not better or worse, that's just your prerogative. Often it's an accident. You don't know about it until you actually have your hog butchered. This was more of a muscle-bound pig, pretty lean. It does have fat on it, which is nice. Fat is flavor. But some of these, I'm bringing this up because some of these details should lend to themselves to the butchery. So the first thing Andy is going to do is probably remove the leaf fat on the inside of the carcass. Are you guys familiar with the term leaf fat or leaf lard? Okay. Leaf fat uniquely sits inside the animal as opposed to outside where all the rest of it is. It's called leaf fat because once you pull it out, that's shaped like a leaf. And it's a really highly prized fat in the pig for its neutrality. Once it's rendered, which means liquefied, heated and liquefied, it is very, very neutral in flavor. It's a light, flaky lard that is perfect for baking. So if you want to put it's opposed to Crisco, which was created to replace leaf lard. You would use it in your pie crust, your croissants, your biscuits, anything like that would be a baked good. You don't necessarily want to taste porky. Now, if you're frying anything in the skillet, you can use any of this fat on the pig, but I would encourage you to dedicate the leaf fat for baking purposes. The leaf fat, just like all the other fat on the pig, we're going to grind and render and show you how we do that. But we do those things. We grind and render instead of just chopping it up and throwing it in a cast iron pot, which was done forever for good reason. But a lot of the methods that we employ today are bending to current cookery methods. I don't often eat my meals over an open fire. And we have crock pots today and slow roasters today, and you don't have to stand at an open fire stirring and try to keep it from scorching all day long. If you put it in a crock pot, it'll just slowly melt and liquefy, and it's perfect. If you grind it first, all of the cellular structure is broken down, and then it renders many, many times faster. So you don't have to sit and wait all day long for your leaf lard or your fat to render out. Just pass it through the grinder, put it in your slow roaster or your crock pot, and it'll liquefy in no time. And you'll actually be able to see that happen today. So the first thing he removes is the leaf fat. I will say one more thing about it before he removes his skirt. Leaf fat, because it lines the inside of the animal, including the kidneys, it is rich with uric acid, and that uric acid smells like pee-pee. Right, so if you're not prepared for that, you'll think that something is wrong with your lard and it's not going to be edible. It's not true. As it renders out, that uric acid dissipates and leaves the fat. But you would be wise to put your crock pot in the garage or on the back porch while you render it. Otherwise, your kitchen may smell like an outhouse. So, So he's going to follow the curve of that rib so that he doesn't accidentally cut down into the belly meat. And he's going to go all the way down to these really funky cartilage ends. There are these cartilage ends. They're often referred to colloquially as rib tips. But it's cartilage pieces. So if you imagine, even on us, we have our spine back here and our ribs are attached to it. And they come around the front of our bodies, but they don't float independently. Like they stop here, but they're not floating. They're held together. And they're held together by this stuff called costal cartilage. And you'll see the end section of it when he's done. It looks like little pencils, or little white pencils of cartilage that are connecting every one of those ribs one to the next. So if you don't know about that, the costal cartilage, you'll end up leaving it in your belly because your knife will cut through. If you have a decently sharp knife, it will cut through cartilage. And then you're going to end up with cartilage in your bacon. Not the end of the world, but a little probably more shoes is looking for. So if he can hold up and show you the end of, and even some of those pencils of that cartilage, you'll understand a little bit more what I'm doing.
We were exposing it. So they're right into this white stuff. Trust us, they're there. You kind of see a little white.
So that's a nice little section. If you tried to do one by yourself, it would probably be the last one anyway. It really is a lot of work. If you do it collectively and collaboratively, really, truly, everybody wins. And what's more, like when the little ones are following along, and the kids see, and they they bear witness to this community event, they just assume that's the way it was always done. They don't know that you're trying to start something up from scratch, out of nothing. And it's kind of a very rewarding thing for us. Is that good? Great. Okay, any other, yes? Yeah, when is the ideal to butcher the hog? So time of year or time in the pig's life? Okay, yeah, time of day, 7:30. So, cold would be the time of year. It depends on where you're at in the country. That practice of like over-salting stuff comes from a tradition of like, specifically in the south or southern climates where, you know, you're not going to refrigerate it. You bury it in salt, it's probably going to be fine. Well, if you live anywhere north of, I don't know what latitude, but yeah, you're going to be okay putting a hog away as long as it's below 40 overnight. That's as simple as I can answer that. That changes season to season.
Oh well, I'm at the end of the course of the day, and it's a nightmare. You're on YouTube now.
Right away. You want to play freeze tag?
Yes, sure.
Hey, look, there's a bird. Oh, I know the trick. Froze you, and you can't unfreeze because there's no one.
I can unfreeze myself.
Freeze.
Unfreeze. Unfreeze, 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 unfreeze.
No, you can't. Freeze, freeze, freeze. Freeze.
It's a pain.
Everybody, we're here live at the Okie Homesteading Expo. Day 2 for us. We're having a blast. We are, it's early in the morning, as you can tell. We both look like death warmed over. But you know what? We're going to start. This is the last day of it. A lot of vendors here, a lot of YouTubers. So we're going to go walk around and see what we can see. We'll fill you in more as the day goes along. This is kind of cool. That there's that netting we're going to get. First from you. We love their products. We actually do use them. Food truck. Another food truck. Morning.
Yes, sir. Making a giveaway for today's event.
My great-grandfather was a blacksmith.
Really? Where at?
In Bells, Texas. And I never, of course, didn't get to know him, but my grandfather would tell me all about him.
I'll tell you, it's a for up until about the 80s, it was kind of a dying breed.
Mm-hmm.
I got into it early 2000, and I do Civil War reenacting. So for me, I'm into more the traditional.
Yeah.
I got a propane forge right there, but I didn't light it off. I can later if I get enough people around, but it just sounds like a jet engine. It's kind of anticlimactic because a lot of people don't get to see this.
Yeah.
So like you make stuff yourself?
Huh?
So basically you make stuff?
Yeah. The old-fashioned way. Platinum steel. See? He's hammering that down. Flattening it out.
It's like even like they had to do that even before machines came out.
Yeah.
And like people, it's like it's like.
What's up, man? Cherokee hog fry. I can't wait to tear into this stuff. one model is $23.95.
Even him could move this, it's so lightweight.
That's what we're looking into. We're moving right now, so we're having to.
We're probably looking to get this size for our farm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello.
But it's still heavy.
It's not too bad.
No.
But it works.
Prices have changed, but
All right, we got somebody advertising for our channel, and we're probably going to be buying one of their roll-around chicken coops. We're going to budget for it because this is going to be great for our garden when we get our chicken.
And I'm Craig with Natural Grandma, and we're glad that y'all are coming out here to the show.
Like a seedling?
it's funny, you know, I have horses and they get their winter coat and I never thought of cows getting in. No, this is more
That'll get us a video.
Right,
Yeah, so it wasn't like the
Those days were really because it seems like you were out there all day long. I'm like,
No, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, no, she didn't have the
I
second.
see Baby Yoda glass.
Do what?
I see Baby Yoda glass.
Oh, really?
I have a llama too. I've never been around the world. I'm afraid of turkeys. What are you looking at me?
As soon as he gets up here, sorry, I said our person didn't show up, so we're behind. Nope. I'm holding it the whole time I've been in.
Let's go. We'll come back by.
Fluffy sheets. Hey.
We'll come back by.
Mom?
I know she's Watch your step.
It is Chase me, Mom.
I don't think you know.
Hadley. Is Hadley in here? This is my baby.
I have babies everywhere on my farm.
Really? I hold him like baby. I hold him like you hold him. I hold him like baby. Yeah, Teddy. I like the lamb.
James found goats. Go figure. Do it again. Show you how the guy told you to do it. It's foggy. Not bad. Grab that one. You got hit with the wind.
That was just
Anyway, so did you learn how to properly pick up a chicken?
yes.
Good job, buddy. Hold on.
So these are ones that you can actually find. Well, today you can find everywhere, on every continent in the world. There's over 200 species and I'm all using this one. So anywhere you live, whether it's a city or out in the country, you'll be able to find plantain. And the other is yarrow. Yarrow is more, you're going to find more in pasture and elementary and things like that, but it'll be all over the United States too.
So what are you getting?
Cherokee hog fry.
Yeah, you can sign up for that over there or online.
Y'all have the one on Route 66 out here? We were watching that when Walker was out there.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, that'd be kind of cool because I hadn't been down 66 since forever.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking I'm trying to take him and, you know, a little road trip.
Awesome. That would be awesome.
I've been asking about it the whole time, really wanting to go out, and I think it's out. Hey, Ransom! So, we'll see how Cassie feels. She's, her heart's all better. I think it was racing for a second.
He finally found the train.
I don't know what this is from. We want to run. We want to run. We want to run. Rabbits. Have rabbits. Come here, rabbits.
Oh, so we need to go now?
We need rabbits. They're cute.
Careful, you're outside the enclosure. Be careful. Why don't you come inside the enclosure?
Hey everybody, we really hope you enjoyed our video this week. We had so much fun. Really want to thank Keeping It Dutch, Hidden Heights Farms, Walker Farm Fam, our Rustic Woodworking, our Rustic Life, our Okie Homestead. I can go on and on. There was Cog Hill Farms, the Max. Guys, it was so much fun, and we want to thank y'all personally for, you know, for lack of a better way to put this. It was like going to a new school, and the cool kids invited you to sit at their table right off the bat. We were made to feel at home and part of the family, and that was so great. Anna Hoover, we met her. She was from Kentucky. Awesome person. We so enjoyed getting to know you. Everybody, I can't say enough how much we enjoyed getting to meet everybody, and I discovered something there that I can't wait to try, and I actually have some of the stuff already to do it. We got to do a Cherokee hog fry, which you saw in the video, and look what I found at home. I might have a Cherokee hog fry pot. My wife uses as a planter, but she might lose it. Anyway, thank y'all so much for watching the video. James, did you have fun at the Homestead Expo?
Yes.
What was your favorite part about it?
Playing with the YouTubers' kids. And petting sheep and goats and rabbits and llamas and alpacas.
James got to hang out with Dutch's kids, Keeping It Dutch, the Max kids, Walker Farm Fam kids. It was so great that he gets to watch these guys on YouTube, because we all watch each other's channels, and to get to meet them and he got to play with them. You can't pay, there's not enough money in the world to pay for that. That experience is something he'll remember for the rest of his life. Thank you so much for watching. As we always say, remember, live life. God bless y'all. Have a great week.